So we're gonna have a little pajama party because I'm in my pajamas. You get what you get, you know what I mean? So today I've been asked to be part of a midnight makeup madness and more, which is exciting. And that's with Anya Stamper and Debbie Knoblauch. I'll link both of them below because this is a collab with them and it was their idea. It's kind of scary. So what we had to do was we had to use a random number generator and generate a number. I used 1 through 10, which I'll show you a screen recording of me doing that. Actually, it's a screen recording of my boyfriend doing that because he did it yesterday and I wanted to be surprised by the picture. So anyway, you get your number and then you Google the word scary and look under images. Whatever number you got, you're going to use that photo as an inspiration for your makeup, okay? So I just want to let you guys know that I am a scaredy cat. I can't watch scary movies. Also, ignore the fact that I have makeup on right now because I actually just got home from work. So, anyway, I don't watch scary movies. I have like severe fear anxiety. I am afraid of being afraid. So I like scary stuff. And I used to watch scary movies all the time. Used to really love haunted houses. My sisters and I used to scare each other all the time. And then I watched one movie that changed my life forever. I had never really thought too much about scary things until I watched the movie The Strangers, where there's a line in there where the victim says, "Why are you doing this to us?" And the killer says, "Because you were home." And it just made me really realize that people do really terrible things to each other for no reason. You don't have to provoke something like that. So it really like shook me as an adult. Scary things started to actually scare me. Whereas a kid, I didn't really think too much about them. So they didn't scare me when I was a kid, but now I am the biggest baby. So I knew going into this that I was going to have a little bit of an anxiety situation, but that's okay. I'm really happy to be part of it. I'm so glad that they invited me to collab with them, and I'm really excited. So I am going to be a little bit spooked by this picture. I know it. But at the same time, like, it's more of an adrenaline thing for me. So we'll see what my picture is. I'm going to insert that footage now of me finding the picture. Like I said, my boyfriend actually did that for me. So I'm going to watch the footage now and I'm going to do a voiceover of it. So as I'm watching it, I'll be reacting to it. Anyway, so let's do that now. Okay, so I started my screen recording. Cute baby. I love her. Oh, and I downloaded a random number generator. And, yep. So I went 1 through 10 because I was a little bit scared to be looking at a bunch of pictures. And I don't think we specified a number, but maybe we did. Sorry, girls, if we did. So, I got an 8. And that's awesome. 8's my lucky number. So I was learning how to screen record on an iPhone a couple seconds before this, so that's good. We used the word scary, so I looked up the word scary. Actually, my boyfriend did this. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Ew. Okay. Alright. She needs to see a dentist, but we like, oh, Philip. No, why would he zoom? He zoomed. Okay, just screenshot it. Hey, oh, okay, screenshot it. Beautiful. Great. Okay, bye. Gosh. Oh, what a cute baby. Okay, so that lady's terrifying. I did go ahead and remove my makeup. I'm scared. I did go ahead and remove my makeup while I was doing that, and I moisturized my face afterward. I do have some staining on my eyes from the Moonspell palette. I'm a little bit shook right now. I am going to lay down some concealer on my eyelid. I'm just like, oh dear. So, scary, scary, scary. That lady needs to see a dentist. This is actually the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. I met Anya through a group that I co-admin with my friend and Anya's friend Michelle. We go live in there and play games and stuff and do contests and have a monthly drawing and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, we met on there, and she was one of my big inspirations for even starting a channel. So we kind of linked up once I did that, and she invited me to collab with her. But through her, I found Debbie, who is her best friend. So, I mean, you know, I found Anya on YouTube and immediately knew who Debbie was. So, they're just both very sweet and very wonderful people. And honestly, most of you probably came from them. So, go back to their channels and tell them I said thank you for sending you this way, because they are the sweetest, and they gave me some nightmare fuel today. So I decided I was going to tell maybe a little bit of a spooky story. Try not to freak out too much. I'm going into the Jeffree Star Morphe palette just for the black right now. I'm going to put black really close to my lash line on the bottom and the top, and we'll go from there. When I was a little girl, we always were at my grandma's house, and all of us grandkids were so afraid of the basement. And if you ask any grandkid in my family, they'll all tell you why. And it's relatively the same story. But when we would stay with my grandma, we used to have to sleep in the basement because that's where the majority of the bedrooms were. And there was something or someone that lived down there. And I won't tell you what we call him as adults because it's kind of offensive language. But the picture honestly kind of reminds me of him, minus the teeth. Just like a very scary being. And he doesn't have eyes, which leads me to believe as an adult that believes in spirits and such, that he's not necessarily the nicest. Okay, so I've seen him multiple times in my lifetime. I've seen him disappear through walls, and he just lives in my grandma's basement. Now I'm doing a very spooky look, like a very smoky, spooky look, so I'm just messily blending this out here. It's not supposed to be too perfect, so we're gonna start there. So that's one super scary thing about me. That very creepy thing, whatever it was and is. So my grandma still lives in that house, so we're all still adults now, and we're afraid of the basement. I'm going to go into the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Ibiza palette for the red in there, and pack that just along the outside with that black. The darkness in that picture was more of like a rust than a black, so I'm going to just be dipping into the oranges and reds out of the Take Me to Ibiza palette for now. I don't know if you have watched Anya's scary story. I was going to yell at the light, but then I got scared of my face. If you heard Anya's scary story, that it reminded me of that this happened to me, which I had blocked from my memory for a very long time. We had a house phone. We had one on the kitchen wall. I know, I'm dating myself here, but we had one on the kitchen wall, and we had a cordless phone, which was like the pride and joy of the household. Like, I could talk to my friends outside, but I was only allowed to use that phone if my dad was home, because the base of it was in his bedroom, and we weren't allowed to go into his bedroom to get it. We had to ask for it when we wanted it, and we had to put it right back when we were done with it. And every once in a while, we got the joy of the free range phone. So there was one night that my dad needed to go to the store for something, and I'm pretty sure that he had to go to the store to get something for me, which could have been anything from tampons to something for school. Like, it had to be done. It was like late at night. The next day, my friend was going to be riding to school with me. We begged our parents, and she got to stay the night on the school night. So she already had a cell phone, which was just like amazing. She would talk to me on her way over. I'm gonna go into this really rusty looking shade and just start moving on up here. I'm getting nervous. I keep seeing myself and then like panicking. It's fine. But she was talking to me on the phone, and my dad wanted to leave the house, and I had happened to be on the cordless phone at the time. And my dad was getting ready to leave, so he was like, hey, put that phone back on the base. I'm leaving. And so my friend Amanda was almost at my house. So I was just like, hey, my dad's making me put the phone away. I'll see you when you get here. And my dad left, and then I went and put the phone back in his room, like as he was leaving the driveway. I'm just like the most scared of my own face right now. We got there, and the first thing we did, because we were like such cool kids, is we went downstairs to get on the dial-up internet and get into a Harry Potter chat room. I'm wearing a Harry Potter shirt right now. We're not allowed to be in chat rooms. My dad's gone. We're totally gonna be in a chat room right now. We're sitting in the basement. It's always the basement, isn't it? And we hear my sliding glass door to my backyard open upstairs. It's like a very distinctive noise in that house. Like, you just know that that's what it is. And then we're in the basement, just the two of us, nobody else is home. And then we hear footsteps coming through the kitchen, which was basically at the top of the stairs. So we're just listening, kind of looking at each other, and I go, it's probably my dog. So Amanda goes to turn to let the dog into the basement with us, and the dog was sitting behind us, and the door's closed behind him. We hear footsteps in the hallway upstairs, going down, like, back towards the bedrooms. We panic, just panic, right? Because we know that my dad is not home. We lock ourselves into the basement. Like, that's the smartest thing we could think of, was to lock the door to the basement. So now we're stuck in the basement. There is a phone in our basement. I need to call my dad. There's somebody in the house. We could hear footsteps. My dog was growling. So I pick up the phone to call my dad, and there's no dial tone on it. All I can hear is breathing. So we're just like in a severe panic, right? So we start reaching out to people on this chat room. I'm putting white glitter in my inner corner. You know, I'm gonna put some yellow in it too, because it's not like her teeth are white. We're like literally about to you know, give half of the internet our address. Because we're like, someone has to come get us, so we're gonna get murdered. I can hear the breathing on the phone. We can hear the footsteps in the hallway upstairs, and they just stop in the middle. All of a sudden, the garage door opens, and my dad's home. And when that happens, the person, or whatever, was up in the hallway, ran through the hallway, through the kitchen, out the back door, and slammed the back door shut. And I was like, Dad, there was just someone in the house. There was someone in the house. My dad goes to check. First goes out in the backyard, doesn't see anybody. But in the middle of the hallway upstairs, my dad calls down to me in the basement and he says, I thought I told you to hang this phone up. And the police found a baseball hat on our back porch. So, someone was trying to come all up in my house and stuff. So I got this Mega Glow highlighting powder. It's the black highlighter for Wet n Wild with a little skull in it. I'm gonna try to use that a little bit because we're just having fun today. I ain't going anywhere. I'm gonna use it as a contour though. As a contour. Amazing. It's kind of cool. So I am gonna kind of blend that out. Oh, I hate it. It's scary. I can't believe that's the picture I got. How terrifying. I kind of dig it. I mean, it looks like I'm dead. Alright, I hate it. Just me, 100%, can't even handle not being cute for like 1 second. Like, I'm like, ew. But that picture, man, it's not cute. So I did not like that. It was a thoughtful idea, but not for me, girl. So we're gonna regular bronze. Regular bronze with my Hoola bronzer. I'm gonna use that little tiny brush to blend that out. The brush has black on it because someone had a great idea. Thanks. Obviously, my scary face needs blush immediately. This is my Kathleen Lights I Need Space Blush. Let's highlight so we can be pretty again. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder, and this is in Botanic Dream. I'm gonna go off camera and do my brows really quick, and put on some mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm putting lashes on right now, and it's kind of my first time because I'm allergic to lash glue, so I had to find hypoallergenic lash glue. It is better than when I normally put on lashes, but still kind of burning my eyes. So I'm gonna make the rest of this kind of quick, just in case I do still have some sort of reaction to that. But I'm highlighting my inner corner. And I'm also sitting here, that edge is coming up over here. It's alright. We're gonna make it work. Ooh, she stuck right back down. Love her. So I'm also sitting here, like, just quietly doing my makeup, and all of a sudden there was this big loud noise outside, and then I'm pretty sure Miss Teeth is out there, and I'm not really sure. I made my boyfriend go outside and check it, so I don't know if she's out there soon, but these lashes seriously, like, almost touch my eyebrow. You see that? I normally have a pretty immediate reaction, so it's not doing that, which is promising. I put Rodeo Drive in my inner corner because I always do, and I'm going to finish this up with a lip. And I am obviously going to use a black lip. It's the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit from Wet n Wild. So I am going to I actually have not used this yet. I've only used it on the pumpkin. So I thought that this look would be inspired by that picture because of how, like, unblended and crazy the shadow is, how long the lashes are, like how long her teeth were, and just the general darkness. Why don't we, and I do this sometimes, we're going to pat the center of this with the red that I used, just to give it that gross effect. Throw a little bit of orange in there too. Okay, so this is it. This is my scary look. I'm gonna have to take it off because it scares me. But I really want to say thank you to the twins for letting me collab with them and for giving me so much support and love and just kind of being there when I have any questions or anything. And we're kind of becoming pretty cool friends, so I really love their hearts. They're so great, and if you haven't already, you gotta go check them out. They're gonna be linked in my description. While you're watching my video, I'll be watching their videos, and of course, after you watch mine, go watch theirs, because I can't wait to see what they come up with. So, thank you girls so much for letting me be a part of it. I really, really mean it, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Also, I can't wait to get this off my face, because it's scary. It's very scary. Also, my boyfriend hasn't come back inside. Bye.